Hi, we're White Collar Zoo, and tonight we're at Backlit Gallery for the private view of Alignment, which is curated by Layla Yousaf, who I'm with now. Layla, do you want to outline the premise of the show and the title, Alignment?
The idea of the show is that it's a focus on the way we move around an exhibition space and how we look at works in relation to one another and as a journey around the whole exhibition. And moving on from that, moments of alignment in the real world as well as in a gallery space. That's really what I wanted to make people become a lot more aware of in the way they encounter the artworks in the exhibition.
You're kind of encouraging the viewer to kind of engage with the work in a performative way itself.
Or just to become aware of all of their senses in relation to the artworks and to take some responsibility for joining up the experiences of each of the works and to make connections themselves, to spend time with each piece of work, but to see it as part of a whole within the exhibition. And I suppose that is a kind of performative state to be in.
So I'm here with Anna Salomon. Anna, it's nice to meet you. Do you want to talk us through your work?
So I'm presenting a gathering of found natural objects and painting and drawings here at Backlit. It's installed on this great curved wall. The wall had a kind of purpose within the show to direct the viewers through the space, as well as being a work in itself.
So have you worked this way before? I mean, is this very different to how you would usually install your work in terms of crossing the boundary between being painting or sculpture, or is it just about materials and objects?
That's actually new, and we had a conversation with Layla about the back of this wall, which relates to hoardings, these temporary walls that you find around the city, and I definitely didn't want to conceal that, so it was important to show it as a construction, to reference those outside forms, but also to reference the constructed character of a gallery space as well. And I have previously worked in a site responsive manner. I wouldn't say it's site specific because I do make things in the studio, and then it's really about how they very sensitively morph into a particular space.
So I'm here with Martin Lewis. So do you want to say what material you've actually used here for this work?
Yes, it's oil paint, Spectrum Yellow. The reason I chose it was purely because when I was trying it out as an idea, it was the only paint I had. So it's more an accident than it's choosing, but it seemed to work.
I think it works really well as a colour. It literally is like a highlighting colour, isn't it? What came up in a conversation that we had earlier, someone was talking about line markings on the floors and references like that, I think, in terms of creating a path or making a pavement.
I think a lot of it has that sense of, because it's a factory, almost that sense of the safety lines you get in factories, and this might be danger area or whatever. But I think also if I'd used any other colour, it would have been completely lost, I think. So in a way, although it was an accident or fortuitous in choosing that, picking up that particular colour, it's done its job.
One of the things that stands out to me is how you're going to document it in a way, because it's almost like you can't kind of capture everything at all in one position, one viewpoint, and I think that strengthens the premise of the show that we're talking about in terms of having to be here and be with the work and discover and engage in those intimacies, I guess, within each of the work. So yeah, you basically need to come and see it. So when is it on till, Layla?
It's on until the 16th of June. We have several events happening on over that time, so look out for one of our new brochures, which we're really excited about. We've got a critical session with Andy Brown and a screening with Kino Club. We've also got a really exciting exhibition in the project space at the moment, and it's called It's Not Quite How I Imagined It, and that's curated by Rebecca Schofield, making a really nice response to the exhibition in the gallery.
Well, thank you for talking with us, Layla, and yeah, have a look on the Backlit website. All the events are free, but you just need to book. Thanks very much, Layla.